And we're live! Hello!
Are we?
Yeah,
Blimey,
we're
that
live.
was quick.
Yeah. right, kiddo?
Yeah, I was a bit in shock.
I know, we haven't done it for a week, and it feels... Is it me, or this time of year you lose complete track of when things are?
Oh, completely, mate.
I've lost my
Completely.
days. I've lost my days. It's all like, okay, so when was Christmas? When was Christmas? And no, what day are we on now? That's all I've been doing all week. What day is it?
It's Tails Day.
It's Dale's Day, so this means it's Sunday. It's 2 p.m. and I'm
Yes,
with my buddy and my awesome buddies in chat.
indeed. And blimey, there's a fair few. Bless you. Right. Good afternoon, Mr. Richards, Mr. Doyle, Colette, Dion, Ben. How you doing? Jules, hope you're feeling better, darling. Did love the picture. You see the picture of the little puppy with the coat on?
I didn't know. No.
Going for first walkies. It was lovely. Chris, how you doing, mate? Tiberius, thank you for joining us. Vapor Bunny.
Buggles.
Bunny. And of course, the master. Our Welsh connection, young Mobro.
Yay.
Easy. I also saw Hephaestus was in. I don't know why you're not coming up on the participants. How very strange, but never mind. So, I hope you're all well.
Steve.
Stevie! Strumpets. There's a word I haven't heard in a while.
What's that?
Strumpet.
Strumpet.
A lady or gentleman of loose moral value.
A strumpet. I could say we had crumpets last night on open fire.
Oh, very nice.
Oh yeah, we toasted crumpets on fire. Hooray!
Tuna! Mouse hugs, dude. Oh, man. Well, what a Christmas.
Yeah, you're not kidding. I've sort of like not been on social media. I've just family orientated, and that's it.
To be honest, me neither, and I'm glad I have, because from the looks of it, the drama's been brewing.
Well, the only thing, to be honest with you, the only thing that I have watched via YouTube, I watched Vic's Greatest Hits of 2019. And what else did I watch? Grim Green. And that's it. That's all. In fact, the latest Grim Green, I haven't seen that one. That is all I've watched. I've been vacant. Oh, I've watched Yoda's Steak.
Not quite Seagull, but it's getting there.
It's getting there. And that's it. I haven't. I have totally turned off, tuned out, took a break from social media.
Sorry, furry friend.
Oh dear. Again.
It's getting ballsy. Yeah. Wait till I get that trap up here.
It's a trap.
Too right. Load it with some peanut butter, and the little furry friend will be.
Oh, come on,
Guaranteed.
Bill. It wasn't that bad.
What was that?
Bill says, Kelpie, 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 Kelpie. There's Vic's Roundup.
No.
No.
I actually watched that, and I thought he handled that very well, to be honest.
Yeah. Because let's face it, if you remember rightly, was it the gear?
Yes.
He put in joint place. Now, if I remember rightly, I could be wrong, but if I remember rightly, when he was designing the Kelpie in the first place, it was going to be bigger. Then he'd got the gear, and because how small it was, that's why he redesigned the Kelpie, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, I mean, he's always been fairly open about it, that when he was designing the Kelpie, he wanted it to go toe-to-toe with the gear.
Yeah. And it did.
Yeah. And he did, yeah. I must admit, I'm being tight. I'm waiting for the price to drop on it more, because it will.
Yeah. I mean, you can pick it up for about £10 now.
Yeah. So maybe now's the time to do it. But I'm really looking forward to the RTA, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the RDA. I mean, well, we're RDA fans anyway.
So the RDA, yeah. But
to be honest with you, to be totally bluntly fair and being totally biased, I did like the Kelpie. To be fair, it was a good.
I've not used it yet.
You've not used it.
I wouldn't want to.
Good RTA, especially for somebody. I think I said it in the review. If somebody's just getting into rebuilding, you can't go wrong with that. You really can't.
That's just, I forgot that. Yeah, he did. He said they were going to stop production in January, so now might be the time to pick one up.
Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, let's face it. I mean, for argument's sake, I released an RDA or an RT or a device, and then started doing the best of. Yeah,
I'd want it in there.
Yeah, of course you would, because let's face it, no matter what, you can't win.
No.
No matter what, even though you're going to say, yeah, I thought that was really good, you can't win because you made it. So, well, you designed it. So,
and to be fair, I mean, the sales figures back up what he said.
Yeah.
Can't fault that.
But I thought overall his best of 2019, I don't think he were miles away.
No, and like he said, it's what he's reviewed. So, dude, spent too much. I know that feeling, Dion. I know that feeling. I had to went out and bought. I had 3 mods die on me.
I can't believe that you had 3 mods that died on you.
Well, one was the food chai that eventually died after 2 years of solid use. What else died? The Drag 2 died. And the other one was what was it? Oh, the Cylon died. Oh, it was the Flash.
Oh.
That was the newest one that died. But considering I only paid 20 quid for that, I'm not going to argue. So I went out and bought myself an Aegis X.
As you do. I haven't bought anything. I got a lovely Christmas present. Not that bit. That bit. This is the dead goat. My Christmas present.
I love mine.
Me personally, top and bottom of it, I wanted it when it first came out, but it was the price range. Yes, you are buying two parts. You've got the goat itself with all its gubbins, and then obviously you've got the dead rabbit deck. So you are buying 2 parts, but I think it worked out roughly about 80 quid by the time you'd finished when it first came out. It was like, no way am I going to pay 80 quid for basically what is a dead rabbit.
Yeah. Well, we didn't, so...
We didn't. So, well, Jeff, because it fits on my X. Awesome. It just fits lovely. If anybody's got a Hexome, especially Hexome V3, you will notice that you have this little gap right at the top, which really annoys my OCD. But the dead goat on there just sits on there. You can hardly see it. So, yeah, I'm happy.
It's silky smooth.
Big D.
Smooth airflow.
It is.
Big D.
It's better airflow, to be honest with you, than the... it's like a hybrid, isn't it? It's... I would say it's almost virgin on the V2 Dead Rabbit airflow.
I'm getting such great flavour out of it, though.
Love it. So that was my Christmas present. While I'm at it, and I'm gonna totally disturb the flow of the show. Just want to give a big thank you to everybody that voted for me on the ESIG Click. I came 10th, and I honestly, I am just over the moon. So I just wanted to say a big thank you to everyone.
Yes, massive thank you. And roll the advert while we're on.
Advert?
Mixing.
No, I'll let you do it this time.
Stock in the Gainsborough area. Need some wheels? Give Mick's Taxis a ring.
Bless you. How's it going, Nick? You been busy? I assume you've been busy.
Oh, I bet he's had some. Oh God, I bet he's bet he's had some hurlers in.
Oh, I bet. Stew.
Stuart, how you doing, son? Mind saying that? I bet Big D's been busy and all in the
Yeah,
shop.
yeah.
Oh, bless. It's all right. I'm just. Bill's just put taxi.
That's it.
Very well. With the new ad campaign, I've been mental here. Bless you, dude. Yeah, well, I bet Bo's been busy and all. Busy, busy, busy. Hope everyone had a good Christmas. I'm hoping that the Vape Punks has been flying off the shelves, Bo, because by God, that's some cracking juice.
It is. It's awesome. In fact, I'm on my middle. Tiny. I mean, you can just see it there. Look, that's how much left I've got of me waterberry. I've been really going for that.
Interesting.
What's that?
Big D's just put Smot Nord at 15 quid, selling like hotcakes. Not a bad price for a Nord, that.
Well, Reno has gone back to smoking. Wow.
Oh, bless.
Reno.
Definitely, mate.
Yeah, definitely.
The problem is, Reno, I've got a nasty feeling you're in the States, aren't you, dude? So you may not have that many options. Tetley, how you doing,
How
dude?
you doing?
One puker, thankfully, in this bag supplied. Excellent, mate. It's always good when they're sober enough to get their bag.
Reno's UK, so yeah, you've got no real excuse of going back to cigs, but yeah.
No, or, happens sometimes. We don't beat ourselves up for
Oh
it.
God, no, you never should beat your sons up. Yeah, get your son back into vaping. Just a little
Thank
bit of
you, Jay.
encouragement.
Merry Christmas to you as well, you sexy bar steward.
Hey up, Jay.
Yeah, Reno, you need to get yourself a new tag, mate. You threw me completely there.
Oh bless. Pasty. Afternoon, kidder.
That's some good advice from Big D there. Geek Vape Boost and a few 20 milligram salts.
Yeah, bang on.
If you like 20 mil, the Ohm Boy, they do the botanical range in a 20 mil salt, and it's just as tasty as the good stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
It really is nice.
So what you been up to over Christmas then, kidder?
Work. Was off Christmas Day and Boxing Day, but that was about it. It's just been business as usual, really. I've got a week coming, week off coming on the 6th, so. But I will probably be working.
No, you got to have a week off.
Mick's just bought the Ultimate Money Shot.
Okay.
That they... Yes, hold on. I shall Google food this, because if it's the one I think it is, the Ultimate one's that yellow shade, but it doesn't look that bad.
And a Purge RDA. Oh.
Yeah, it is. It's the one I was thinking. It's not a bad looking. You know the remember when the Wasp Nano came out and the Ultim? Yeah, and it's that sort of nicotine yellow shade. Well, the Money Shot's very similar, but obviously on a much bigger scale. It's a 30 mil, but it's a nice mod. RDA. Cracking up. Nice mod. God almighty. I've had a sober Christmas. Maybe I should have got pissed.
Yeah, I've had a sober one. I ain't had any drink yet. I've not had one piece of alcohol. Very boring. Very boring.
Well, firstborn popped his cherry alcohol-wise over Christmas. His grandmother poured him a couple of port and lemons. By God, she went heavy on the port.
And Grumpy has a Money Shot and whistles like the Flying Scotsman.
See, now that's weird, because I bought a Warhead. And I I was speaking to a couple of guys and they were saying, "Oh, it whistles like buggery."
Yeah, mine didn't.
I never had a problem with it.
No. I suppose it depends on how you have your airflow, isn't it, really? Hip
Yeah,
hop!
true.
Oh!
Reno doesn't remember his Christmas. Jay says he may have had half a bottle of whiskey. I would expect no less, Jay.
That's it, isn't it? Yeah.
Bless.
Well, I don't know about you, but I've had a mega quiet Christmas. Pardon me.
Ditto, but it's been nice.
Oh, yeah, it's just, I wanted that turn off.
That has to be my favourite quote at the end of the year. That does. Whistles like Herbert the pervert from Family Guy.
Get your fat ass over here.
Well, there we are. It would appear that the money shot does whistle because Timmy says he can play a tune on his. My mum used to give me port and lemon as a kid on Christmas Eve, so I'd sleep longer before waking up in the middle of the night. 80s parenting right there. You ain't kidding.
I think our treat was a snowball when we were little. We'd get a snowball. That used to be ace, that.
Oh, bless you.
Avocado and lemonade.
I don't believe it.
What?
The batteries have gone and I'm out of... I didn't bring any up.
Never.
2 secs.
Margaret! Got a gentleman in.
I love having kids. I've not done a Vic.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, if I was doing a Vic, that would be a steak bake on its way up.
Oh, that was brilliant, that.
I must admit, I do enjoy a port. It's very rare I drink these days, but if I do, it will be a port.
Not a Campari and soda.
Bit too fabulous, darling. Bit too fabulous.
That's been port and lemon.
Steak bakes for the win. You ain't kidding, Bunny.
Oh, yeah. I ain't had steak bake in ages, no. Oh, we're not going to start food. No. Look, it is way too early to start food. Say thank you.
Sorry.
What, to give you flat ones?
Yep. And you know how I know? Little tip for you. When you've got them queuing up next to the battery charger, one upside down, one positive up.
Right.
And then as soon as somebody picks them up, I know whether they're flat or not straight off.
Oh,
Jules
Paul.
hasn't been able to
Jules.
sleep. No, the pain meds. I hope you're feeling better, darling.
Yeah.
But at least we've got you with you. We've got us with you. Sorry, with us.
Exactly.
That's better. Much rather have a mama.
Oh, definitely. Is he coming up? Aww.
There we are, sorted.
I mean,
Bless
he didn't
you.
even bow. I mean, what kind of a son is he? I mean, he should have bowed. Yes, master. Yes, master.
Hey, if he was like me, he'd have told me to go forth and multiply.
He probably was mumbling that under his.
Oh, he probably is. Bless him.
Oh, dear.
Oh, you bugger. God almighty. I am so badly prepared for today. I do apologise.
It's Sunday. We're still in that Christmas holidays mode.
Oh, come on. You're taking the Michael now.
Why, they flat no.
Better not be.
Stuart probably correct there.
What's that?
Oh no, I can't. I could not possibly repeat that.
No, I'm not wearing a skirt and high heels. Excuse me a second. I'm off to go and belt my son round the head.
Well, what's up
Yeah?
now?
Because he's giving me flat batteries. For God's sake.
Chris Doyle, no, I have not tried the Dead Rabbit V2. No, not at the moment. No, I'm not famous enough for him to send it me either. So no, not at all. Margaret, you give me dead batteries. Can we have subtitles?
No, you can't. How dare you, sir? Hold on.
Hey up, Vin. Finn, waving to you.
He's waving at you. Wave back. It's all right, dude. We're good. Thank you. You're welcome.
So, if you can see your coils through the airflow on the money shot, it won't whistle. I've got 3, 2 brass, 1 ultim. All
arguments are now futile.
Like it. So, Chris, you've got the Dead Rabbit V2. Good then, I'm assuming. I'm enjoying it. Awesome. Because obviously, on the Dead Rabbit V2, they've actually gone with the Yup design, haven't they? And raised the actual posts.
Blimey.
All right.
Fabulous now, darling.
Is that it? That's the show over and done with. You've got your vape now. Leave me to be and let me enjoy my vape.
I'm having a gentleman's vape. Oh, I'm not telling our kid he's a legend. No, the little son will get a big head. He's well trained. Sorry, beaten. No, trained.
Trained, no.
No, I don't beat. No. He's actually taller than I am, so he'd probably punch me back these days.
He's getting big enough now.
Well, I'm 6'2". He must be tickling 6'4". So, don't let me boost his ego now. No.
Teenagers.
Right. Oh, so we've done the Dewberry buffet.
I've kind of done the buffet.
Yeah, you know it is. JP,
Guys, you know what we're vaping on.
Well, I'm more interested to see what others are vaping on. Anything good from Santa?
Yeah. Reno's nearly a foot taller than me.
What, our kid?
No, Reno. He's 6'4".
Oh, there we go.
He's nearly a foot taller than me. That's 12 inches.
That's what she said.
God, 6 foot. I mean, like that. I'm not saying I'm like that with most people. You got the Aegis X for 30 quid. Blooming it, that's good.
That is an awesome price.
He's 6'7". I'm a little baby. I'm 5'5".
Ordered an Aegis Boost, Bill has.
Nice.
Does anybody else got anything good?
Yeah. What you got? What did Santa Claus bring you?
God, let us grow till we're perfect. Some got there sooner than others. Easy, Ben. Easy.
I just played in his cupboard when I was a kid.
Gav's got a Lustro coming at $19.99.
Nice.
There have been some good deals on.
There have been some awesome blooming deals. I mean, on our last show, you were telling, especially e-cig 1 and what were
vapes,
yeah, Evolution as well.
Well, yeah. Vaping on some wild root tea liquid, wild cherry, pheno lemon, and frozen blueberries. Oh, that sounds good.
Hello, Nikki. Didn't see you in there. I've got the intake dual.
I could say
Love
you're a
it.
big fan of that, aren't you?
Well, I was thinking about doing a my best of 2019 type thing, and it'd be a short and sweet one, to be honest with you, for what I've had in for review. But I've got to admit, my two favourite RTAs of this year has got to be the Zeus X and the Intake Dual. Got hands over.
My God, Emma looks after you, Mo. Nikki's vaping on the Ultrona EOS 2 with the Intake Dual. Paul got the Steam Crave Aromamizer Plus.
Nice.
There's a nice bit of kit. Tiberius got a Vinci X with some blue raspberry LVG Nick Salt. Grumpy got an Easy Mod and a KL19 tank. Arrived when the family were away on Boxing Day. Yes, I saw the pictures, mate. That's a nice looking setup. Irish finally caught one of these. Irish, dude! My man. Hope you had a good Christmas.
Yeah. Welcome to the chill out zone.
Stuart got links and socks.
I think everyone smells of Africa at the moment.
Nothing wrong with that. Jules got a wee puppy for Christmas. That puppy's gorgeous.
He's cute as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's cute. But say, have you fed it after, midnight?
Midnight.
Well, that was one of my concerns when I saw it.
It's now got a Mohican. It doesn't have a cute little coat anymore. It's got a black biker jacket. Jay picked up a flayed tank, plastic tank section for the Purity.
Nice.
So the Purity looks like sex now on the Easy Mod and Matchy. Gav's got another clone coming.
Oh, nice.
Nice one. What we got? Aspire Dynamo for 30 quid. Dual to 21,700. Nice one, Steve. You have to tell us what the Dynamo's like, mate.
Yeah.
'Cause I haven't seen much on that.
No, I am, to be honest with
you. Chris has got the Voltro Lipo mod with the Dead Rabbit V2. Some Zap 01 OG.
What do you think to that Zap 01? I enjoyed that. In fact, I liked all of the Zap ones, with the caffeine in it.
It's fairy buggers doing my head in. Sorry, dude, it's just getting braver and braver. Every time I move, it runs back. The Dynamo looks like something from a 70s sci-fi series.
There you go.
Oh, awesome. Irish, you can't say that about Ewoks. They don't suck. Sorry, eat. Paul picked up the Fat Rabbit tank yesterday, not used a proper spot coiler in almost a year. Well impressed.
That's well. I think that was stock.
Yeah. Timmy got the Passage RDA for a tenner and a Reverie RDA for 9 quid. Dear Lord, there really are some bargains out there at the minute.
Oh, you can't beat a Hexo. Can't beat a Hexo.
Yeah, not cheap. Not cheap.
Yeah, but
I was looking at one and thinking, can I justify it? And I couldn't. Not when I've just seen my credit card bill. No.
No. I mean, this was my... Was it my birthday present? Or was it my anniversary? No, my birthday present was the double barrel last year. Well, sorry, still this year. And that was me wedding anniversary present.
Yes, that was your anniversary present.
I love it.
Bless you. Steve says, excellent mod. The Asgard 30 km fits flush even with the beauty ring on. Nice one. BFG send me a message. Can make you some, and I'm not expensive.
I thought you were packing in, Jay. I thought you decided to pack in doing your mods. I'm sure you put a post up.
So for 10 quid, Timmy gets to suck on Matt's passage any time he likes. That name never gets old.
It
Irish,
don't.
you're going to hell. Oh, bless you. Oh, cheers, Jay.
Oh, that's
That's got
awesome,
him
Jay. Yeah, Jay makes some really. If anyone's interested in chatting or they don't know, Jay makes some really cool mods.
does he?
He
This
certainly
mouse
does.
is giving me stink eye.
Sorry?
This mouse is giving me the stink eye.
Oh, is he giving you a Paddington stare?
I'm getting a stare. You're watching the little. Get out of it.
I wanted to get the Loch Ness. I was right tempted. It came out. It was about 2 years ago now. The Loch Ness. I know when it
Loch
first
Ness?
came out, I was really tempted. Yeah, really nice looking mod that.
See, when I think Loch Ness, I think the e-juice rather than the hardware.
Not the monster up in Scotland.
No.
Rachel, Uggles, Merry Christmas to you all.
Merry Christmas, darling. I hope you and the kids had a lovely time. And Chris. I keep on forgetting Chris when I say stuff. It's not right. I got Stevie a real surprise at Christmas. Got him a Turnwood FX mod by Scott Bonner and the Sexy mod by Jay. Oh, nice.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, see, my missus just looks at all my vape gear and just shakes her head. She wouldn't ever think of getting me anything.
Jan ain't got a clue. She's just not into it.
Oh, cheers, Stevie. For those mouth to lung lovers, the Artery Pal 2 stick mod is a £5 over on eSig 1 at present. Yeah, that's squeaky chair, Grumpy. No,
Ooh.
Jay has a legendary squeaky chair. Apparently, it's fixed now. Oh no!
Oh, they got a virus. Nasty.
Nasty virus.
Ew.
Oh, well, big huggles to Eve and
Yeah.
you.
Been there, done
Virus
that.
is the monster up in Scotland, the one in the shed. That's naughty. We don't do that here. Right, well, I suppose we better move on. We did say this was the best of 2019 and the worst.
Oh, we're going on topic.
We're going on topic,
We're going on
yes.
topic.
We're going on topic.
It's topic time. 2019. Wow, what a year.
Oh, too right. I mean, it started off bad enough when India sort of turned around and said they were going to ban all e-cig imports.
Yeah.
Little did we know how far they were going to go throughout the year.
It's just gone down. It really has gone downhill this year.
Well, you ain't kidding. I mean, the thing I've noticed, I mean, I've spent about 4 hours this morning going through old news stories, and you can see the build-up in the hysteria over in the States like you wouldn't believe.
Well, yeah, I mean, let's face it, it started with, Gottlieb
Yeah,
and his epidemic.
and that really is where it started. You look at Gottlieb, and he got everybody jumping about the so-called epidemic in teen vaping, not mentioning the fact that there was fewer teens smoking. And then it was looking bad then, because there was already rumbles about flavour bans to stop the issue. Yeah. And then the THC arrived, and that was August. And then it just went crazy.
Oh, yeah, and still is. Crazy.
Absolutely crazy. And Bill's just put a very valid point. In 2018, the states realised they couldn't repay the bonds. And to be honest, looking back over the news stories, that would support it.
Oh, yeah, totally. Totally.
Because before Gottlieb went in April, he already managed to get the boot in one last time when he was trying to link vaping with seizures. Remember that?
Yeah. Oh,
It's strange how we've not heard anything about it since.
no, very strange.
Now, I really don't want this to be all about the States, but the problem being,
I feel it.
by August of this year, I keep on wanting to say last year. By August of this year, everything was about the States and THC, and you can again when you read back over the. I've done a lot of pilfering of the e-cig Click website this morning because Neil does such a great job on bringing the news updates.
Yeah.
And you can see the ripples spread.
But you can see how the ripples spread, not just in America, but how it's spread across the world.
Oh, God, yeah. Well, Thailand, I mean, back in April of 2019, we had our first reports of a French tourist being deported from Thailand. And you know her crime? She was found on the back of a scooter holding an e-cig. Now, if you just give me a second, I will have a look and see if I can find, because I have got notes. It's quite scary.
Bill, it wasn't an scapegoat. It was the perfect storm. It
Oh,
was
it
the
was.
absolute. It couldn't have been planned any better. The THC bit, it was perfect. It was the arm, the information that they needed to attack us completely. It was the perfect storm.
If it wasn't going to be THC, it would have been the youth epidemic. And you can see that building up and building up and building up, which is the worrying bit. Here we are. So, French tourist, and it was March, not April, I do apologise. Cecilia Cornu in Phuket was there for a family holiday in January and was caught by Karen police holding an e-cigarette on January the 30th whilst on a scooter. Yeah? 4 police officers who snatched the e-cigarette demanded 40,000 baht, which she refused to pay. And she was then arrested, taken to the police station where officers tried to bully her into paying a bribe. She posted bail of 100,000 baht and was released the same day pending trial. On February the 11th, she was convicted for the offence and she was fined 827 baht, which was 23 euros. She was then sent to Phuket immigration for what she thought was to collect a passport. Upon arriving at the immigration, she was informed that she would be transferred to Bangkok for deportation. Yeah. In total, she reckons it cost her 8,000 euros, 286,000 baht in legal fees and travel expenses. And that was a sign of things.
Phuket.
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 Phuket, then. I don't travel far, me.
Ooh, it's Leviosa.
Yeah, I mean,
bit of a bugger when you're getting told off, innit?
What can I say? And that was pretty much how things were starting to look. We heard rumblings from the Philippines, which is Ben's backyard, around the same time. And look how that went. You know, it really is weird when you're looking at things in hindsight. You can see everything.
Oh yeah,
building and building and building.
The thing is, though, when you actually do stop and think, take stock of 2019 and how things have happened, it's sort of like if you'd have planned it, it's worked out pretty well for them. I mean, I'm not being tinfoily or all like that, or conspiracy, but when you look at how things slotted into place, it was pretty good.
You ain't kidding. Pie Hunter, I love that name.
Party 13.
It was a perfect storm.
It was.
And there is, what I would also say that if anybody does want to look back through the news stories, you can see that when the THC issues arrive in America, that's when it gets out of control. Up until that point, the FDA were just feeding it and feeding it and feeding it. Then the CDC got involved.
Yeah.
And even the FDA went, oh, we ain't doing that.
It's like exactly what Pionters just said. Everyone took advantage of a bad situation.
They did. Whereas, however, though, when you look at it, we knew back in end of August what the culprit was. Thanks to a lot of very solid work from the cannabis magazines, Leafly, etc. The FDA then at the end of September, so a full month virtually, then agreed. Yeah. The CDC didn't send out an official press release until, dear Lord, November.
Yeah, a few weeks back.
And there's still stories coming up a day ago, which I found amazing. It was absolutely crazy.
Do you think, considering what's come out device-wise this year, I mean, I know I have said in past shows that there's not been that much come out this year, but there's been some good bits and pieces. But do you think because of what's been going off in America and basically across the world is why we haven't seen the big innovations like we have in the past? Do you think it's slowed it down?
Yeah, I think a lot of the market's looking to see which way it's going to go, because when you look at a lot of the bans, take Michigan, the Supreme Court appeal was overturned a day ago, or at least that's when I saw the news story. People just don't know what the market's going to look like in 2020 at the minute. So would you start investing money into big new projects?
Exactly. It is a worrying time. I've heard, I mean, we'll talk about 2020 in a bit, but I've heard not some good rumblings here in the EU. And I'm going to say EU because it is EU. We're still in it. Rumblings. So we'll talk about 2020 in a bit, but I think this year, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's been some really great things happen this year, though. It's not all been bad. I mean, the two expos that we went to, absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, and very different feels.
Very
different feels. You know, I mean, obviously there was at the October one we had a lot of stuff going missing from the reviewers bit, which wasn't brilliant, and also from the stands. But it's the first time it's been so blatant, I think. But on the whole, I think the Expo's onto a winner.
Yeah.
I really do. The way they did it, the reducing
See, I've got
down...
to admit, because me and our Aiden went to the Vape Jam at the beginning of the year, and that, to be honest with you, was quite disappointing. And that did actually make me wonder, is this going to be the slow downfall of expos in the UK? But obviously May was absolutely fantastic. Really, really enjoyed May. And obviously I was poorly in October, but I still enjoyed it.
To be honest, I think October, it was very obvious that the feedback had been listened to. And it really was. It was one of the best I've been to. That and the people there. I mean, we met some fantastic people.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, for us anyway, he's meeting the people anyway.
Well, this is it. And we tried something new. We had the live on Facebook, which was a bit chaotic, but it was fun.
And we had Bo.
We had Bo. We had Gail. You know, I mean, to be on camera with Gail, you know, that was brilliant. That was. There's somebody I've watched and thoroughly enjoyed their shows, and then bump, you sat next to them.
Oh, thank you. That was nice.
What was that?
Right at the bottom, Black Country.
Oh, Stevie, bless you. We did chew the fat as well. It was nice.
Yeah.
Just chilling and.
I mean, we could. It's like 2019. It was a horrible year in the mass of vaping, but locally, getting down to sort of like you and me, Chris, and our little bubble. It's not been a bad little year.
It's been a great year. I mean, I think because of the pressure from the outside, that community feels just built.
I mean, we've had Chris doing his little marches and that.
Bunny, I will rip your arm off for that invite, darling. Definitely. Just be prepared.
Alright, we're ace peanut bitches.
I know, I was so jealous. It was a cracking show, though.
Yeah, especially when you wanted to know if I liked it shaved or unshaved. Bunny.
It's all right. I'm sat there watching that bit going, if there ain't pictures, there's not proof. Listen. Oh, there we go. So, sorry, I missed some of these great comments in chat. So, Ben's saying silly taxes will be implemented January the 1st, better than it being banned, I guess, which is fair enough. Bill, China, India, the States, Brazil, and parts of EU, yeah, they all had it rough this year. Pie Hunter, Black Market THC, I knew it in September. Yeah, and that's when it became very evident what the problem was. Irish has just said, seeing how the CDC handled this, I now understand why my prepper friends don't trust them or FEMA. Couldn't understand that. Shocking and a massive eye-opener how easy they've manipulated media and science to fit their own agendas. And I think that's been the biggest theme of 2019. That manipulation, either by government organisations or by the journalists.
And do you know what makes me... I wouldn't say angry, but it's very frustrating that us as... We're just Joe Blogs. We're nobody up there. I wouldn't say that we've got our fingers on the pulse of the nation or anything like that, but we can see through it.
Yeah.
We can see what they are doing. So it's sort of like, the frustration that gets me is sort of like, if humble thicko me can see it, surely other people can see it that are more equipped and more capable of influencing the actual industry can see it. This is where it gets me. It's so like, if little old me can see what's going off, surely other people can.
Yeah, and I think that's the problem. Not only can they see it, but they're also far more aware of how much this has happened previously.
Yeah.
And for me, the whole vaping issue this year has just highlighted how often this happens. Because I started going back. I would class myself as very cynical. Yeah. I don't like being told what to think. I like to go and read it for myself and have a look. And when you started scratching the surface and looking back at other issues, not just vaping related, but other sort of government issues, there's a very similar pattern appearing. Take the recent elections. You can see where the sort of the bad press came in, and it became even more evident. It was crazy. Expo was epic. Sorry, I'm just looking now. Oh, bitches, back on the 3rd.
Back on the 3rd.
So, keep that spot free on your Friday, if you can.
Yeah.
It'll be a hell of a show. Always is.
But as I'm the type of person, we got through it. We got through 2019.
We did, but don't you think it's sad because I was looking back through the Facebook history. You know, that you've got history.
It's
I know that. Memories, sorry. And you go
memories.
back through it. And it's amazing how many of the posts in the last sort of 5 years have been, well, we survived 20 whatever.
Mm,
Here's looking forward to a better
mm.
20 whatever. Never happened.
We've
There was
gone
always
backwards.
somewhere.
This year in vaping, we've gone backwards. Totally backwards. Not in obviously devices and things like that, but I'm on about the attitude towards vaping, how people believe that vaping is worse than having a cigarette. We've gone complete. We've took 3 steps back completely.
Yeah, I mean, not so much in the UK, but it has it did trickle through. But I mean, in the States, it's ridiculous.
Vic, hello, and yes, 2020 is not going to be a good year in vaping.
Mr. Mullen,
From
let yourself.
if we're going to start talking about 2020, from what I've heard with the rumblings in the EU, oh no, we're going to end up having a fight in this country.
Yeah, I mean, are we looking at medicinalisation again, or
That's on the cards. What was one quote? Harm is harm.
that's never a good quote?
No, never a good quote. Yeah, I've heard rumblings again that they're trying to if vaping is designed for quitting smoking, then it should be a medical device. Yeah, there's rumblings. There is a lot of rumblings going off in the EU at the present
So instead
moment.
of tobacco, we're now going to be fighting pharma again.
Yeah,
Yeah, I did wonder.
yeah. I don't think we're going to get let off. I'm hoping that we do, but I've got a feeling that we won't. From the
Yeah,
rumblings I've heard, and it doesn't sound good.
there we are.
Yep.
PMTA, TPD3, the e-liquid industry, the list goes on.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't kidding, Vic. And UK VIA.
Yeah.
You know, it's never going to be good.
No.
But what it will do is it's going to sort out those that talk and those that do. It
Yeah,
did last time.
I think the UK has been, considering what's been going off in America, what's been going off in the rest of the world, I think the UK has been very, very lucky at the present moment.
Vic, that's like applying lube after surprising somebody. So,
Jenny, Uggles.
Jenny, how you doing? Oh, bless you. Ooh,
Ooh, what?
ooh,
Ooh.
ooh.
She's not sending you
Oh.
photos, is she?
No, I'm looking at porn. I'm looking at
You're
porn
looking at
from
porn?
from young Jay. Oh, oh, that.
Andy Summerfield. Oh, buddy.
Ooh, Jay, I'll definitely be in touch, mate.
Oh, he makes some
Hungover.
nice mods.
Does he? Oh, hungover as hell. Have you been a bad girl again, Jen? No, I mean, given how we've ended 2019, I think a bit of trepidation going into 2020 is going to be on the cards anyway. And I have been getting a little suspicious about how little we've been hearing about TPD3.
Mm.
Yeah, just the man on the street. Obviously, Vic's got much better hooks into the industry than we have. And pictures or it didn't happen, Jen. So, yeah, I can understand.
2020 is going to be an interesting year.
It's going to be, I think the NNA could be up there again.
Oh, yes. Definitely.
So, I think this is where the support has to come in. You know, if they want to ban something, ban Juul. Yeah, you ain't kidding, Bunny. I mean, Juul have shown both worldwide and to some extent within this country.
And I tell you one thing, I'm
renewable.
still surprised UK Via are keeping Joel.
Well,
I am
does
shocked. I
does
genuinely am, because after what Joel did with the president,
oh, well,
I'm
this is
shocked.
it.
And I don't care
You
what
ca
you say, they are the same company.
Yep, that doesn't wash.
No.
Really doesn't wash. That's that arm,
But
not
we're
this
not
arm.
getting ranty.
Too right, too right. Anyway, Vic, how did Christmas dinner go?
Yes, Vic.
You didn't tell us. You came in last time, you dropped that bomb of a menu. Jewel being a sacrificial lamb. I don't know how much about him being a sacrificial lamb as being able to just light the fire and having enough money to stand by the flames as everything else burns.
Mm.
It went great. Sorted, Vic, because that menu sounded fantastic. And do pass on our season's greeting to Mother Dearest, will you?
Yes, definitely. Yes.
Oh, UKV are just out to line their own pockets. It's increasingly looking so. To
Yeah.
be honest, if I was UKV, I would honestly be saying, "Whoa, let's look at Joel. Do they really need to be in this?"
Mm. Well, let's face it. I mean, Via, it's for business. It's not for the consumer.
No,
It's for
and
business. And what's
yeah,
better? Their line is what's best for business, isn't it? Really. It's
which
like
you
with the
can
10 ml bottles. They want to keep 10 ml bottles because 10 ml bottles earn more money than your short fills. So they're going to get rid of short fills. But
they
straight
will.
away, I'm. My prediction for next year is short fills are going to start running out.
I'm hoping, and it is a hope, that they keep up to a 60 ml size.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah, I would quite be happy with that. But I've got a feeling that 10 mils are going to stay.
I mean, it's the guys who after retail. Oh, there we go. UKV are up against the IBVTA and NNA, so it's 2 versus 1. They won't win. I hope so, Vic. I really do. There's a
Rev.
lot of industry clout in there, though,
Yeah.
with UKV. I mean, the NNA, to
Hello,
be honest.
darling. Mrs. SoulOhm's dropping off my coffee.
Oh,
Oh, she's
bless.
a
If the UK want a tobacco-free country, they should give an alternative. Vaping is that alternative. Tiberius, there's a lot of people saying the same thing. Especially when you look at the recent decision to drop funding for the smoking cessation projects. They've shaved something like 1.2 billion off the budget.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of that, the reason there's fewer smokers is down to vaping.
Mm.
That's been proven.
Yeah, but they
You
don't
know.
like to admit that, though, do they?
No, they don't. But Public Health England are still sticking by their message, which is always a good thing. You know, whether they become quite so vocal when we're looking at the potential of classing vaping as medical, that will be another interesting argument, because I can't see it. I don't think they'll want to get involved in that side.
I hope. Let's be right. We're all hopeful. I mean, because we do not know what's going to happen. But I'm hopeful. I really am. It would be nice to see 60 ml bottles, tanks increase in size.
But we're not going to get it all our own way. We know that. I mean, the S&T Commission that Bill's just mentioned want larger bottles of Nick liquid and larger tanks. They want the 20 milligram limit to stay. That's fine. Go for it.
Yeah, well, I mean, let's face it. The Science and Technology Commissioner, they love vaping. I mean, I watched their video. That were absolutely brilliant.
Vic's just put a very valid point there. You need to look at the political makeup of the UK now. The Tories have a working majority, and Labour and Lib Dems were on the side of anti-vaping. So the Sci-Tech Commission can ignore them now, which being, it's a positive.
I mean, if we can get out of this blooming EU like we're supposed to be getting out of it, then hopefully we can keep what we've got. But it was like last time with the TPD, it was the actual UK that kept everything. Because let's face it, the TPD was only a bolt-on. It was only a framework. But
yeah, we kept the majority.
Yeah, in fact, I could be wrong. Vic will correct me. They actually included on the TPPR, our version of it, they included everything. Whereas, like in Germany, you could have a different size tank, things like that. We didn't have to include it, but UK did.
Yeah, I mean, we as a country, though, when it comes to stuff like that, we do tend to pretty much stick to the framework.
Yeah.
And you know why they do that? Because then they can turn around, tap the paperwork and go, it's there. It's not our decision, it's there.
Yeah, that's pretty much right, that, Vic.
Maybe we do have a little French in us. Andy said Labour were, of course, on the anti-e-cig front. They wanted to stay in Europe for the same thing. Money, just short-term greed. I'd argue that, but that's not this is not the forum for politicals. If vaping becomes medicinal, then should get prescription vouchers that can be used in vape shops and online up to the value of the cost of a bottle of liquid. Now, this is where I think Public Health England may prick their ears up, because at the minute, with vaping not being medicinal, they have absolutely no pressure to provide product. And that's how they can cut the actual budgets. Because instead of it being medicinal led, the man in the street is going out and buying the product. So for them, it makes more sense not to have it medical.
Yeah, you don't want it medical.
The big thing is Germany. Germany love their big tanks, big mods, and big juice bottles. The EU commissions will be under pressure from Germany to turn things down. We're not going to be there, are we?
No.
That's the worrying bit.
See, Germany was quite clever. If you look at German tanks, if you look at them, most German tanks, they're not like these tanks. They've got frameworks all around them. They might be big and massive, but they've got a cage around them. And I think, they used the brains, because they was always worried that the bigger glasses would break.
Surprise gutter shot there. Well done, Rev. Germany loves big everything if their movies are anything to go by. I've come to fix your fridge. Yeah, no, Andy, I agree completely, mate. It wasn't just Labour, but any political party that wanted back in Europe. There was a lot of EU posts and stuff after the UK careers ended. And it was a gravy train, and people know. Oh, there we are. Here's Dean.
Dean,
bless you. German tanks have tracks and guns. You forgot that.
Is he German?
It's not worrying at all. Once we leave the EU on the 31st, UK will not take on any more EU laws unless negotiated to any trade deal. Again, I don't think that's going to be the case, but we'll see. If they take it medical, does that mean I can get a prescription of e-liquid for the month, or prescription fee of £9? I don't think it'll be that simple.
No, I don't. And let's face it, we don't want this to start being a medical device. We just don't. Thank you.
once a year smutting us out of the system. Rev, bless you. It was worth waiting for. That
It
was
definitely was. That was good, that one.
Oh, bless.
Ah.
Impressive mime sneezing. Teach me.
It's called the mute button. It's very quick.
Is oh, bless you, Pie Hunter.
I sneeze like a chihuahua.
Vaping Irish, I can't discuss what he promised or gave me in chat. Blimey, Irish, have you got competition, son? That's shocking. Here's the new nightmare scenario. If all the dominoes fall, the UK and Russia will be the only open vaping countries in the Western world.
Yeah. Scary as it sounds, that you're not wrong.
There's the crux of the matter. Because will there still be the same interest in supplying such a small market?
Yeah.
That's what Mark said earlier. We're looking at going backwards. And by going backwards, I mean we're going to start looking at homegrown tech again.
Oh, the good old days.
The good old days.
The good old days. Oh.
There we are. Making communist Russia mod vapes you.
It's going to be... as even though it's down, I am looking forward to next year. I really am.
I think we've got a lot more to look forward to than fear. The fear we handle.
Yeah.
Yeah. We are a community, and I think hopefully people will now be aware of the mistakes made in the USA. So we will hopefully see a lot more involvement from the business side of things earlier.
Yeah.
I mean, as Vic's just said, 2020 will be an interesting year.
It's going to be. I've just got this feeling in my bones. I've got this feeling in my bones that it's going to be an interesting year.
And just remember that ancient Chinese curse, may you live in interesting times.
We do live in interesting times. And we really do.
Innuendo bingo. Now there's a game I can play. Bunny, amen to that, sister. I hope 2020 will be a better year for us all.
Yeah.
I think the playing field may change. The goalposts may move. But as long as we YouTube's new TOS on the 1st, Instagram practically starting to ban all vape promotion posts, Facebook turning into thumb screws even more. And the ASA haven't helped that.
No.
The whole Lily Allen investigation has only backed that up. So,
I mean, let's face it, we are getting battered from all sides at the present moment.
Oh, we are.
We are really getting battered from all sides.
It will be interesting to see whether it's not just the tech or the hardware that takes a step backwards, but whether the web presence does as well. Will it be a case of that we end up going back to the old boards and things like that rather than using social media? There's an interesting one. We're all doomed.
We're all doomed.
See, that would sound so much better in Vic's brogue than
yeah, a lot better.
Us rednecks, but they don't like it happen. Well, apart from Jen. Sorry. We are Willie. Oh, now let's behave with the Scottish comments. we're all that battered we should be in Scotland. Not true.
No.
Too easy, BFG. Oh yeah. Far too. Oh,
So
bless.
what Dean said, do you think that would be correct for 2020?
Where's that? Pods, drama, pods, AIO, disguised as pods, drama. Yeah, pretty much, and we'll have different things to bitch about, but hey.
I don't. I think the pods are obviously they're definitely fading out, aren't they? And it's all these blooming AIO kits.
Well, you can't get away from the billet box with the AIO, to be honest, can you?
And that's the way that they're going.
I would completely agree with what Ville's just said about it's a cul-de-sac you can't get back out of. I've got a feeling that the mech market will pick up next year.
Especially with Russia. They love their mechs.
They do like their mechs, yeah. I think squonking will remain, which would be interesting.
See, I don't think so, because unless someone's going to come out with something very similar to Topside, which there's only one other company that has, I think that's going to stagnate unless they make a reversion of this Topside.
I'm very interested with the Hadron backpack.
Yeah, I've got to admit I am interested in that.
Because I think if that kicks and that proves popular, more people will look at that sort of system.
Now, Vic's got a good point. Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of that. A hell of a lot of shrinking of companies.
I'm not too keen on the idea of Smot buying Watofo. But it would be interesting. And I think, as Vic says, the birth of big vaping.
Yeah.
Maybe Twitter actually had a bit of a premonition on that one. New Age is squonk next year.
To be honest with you, I think 2020 is going to be pretty much like 2019's been. I don't think anything's going to be the big wow. I really don't.
Well, blow me, Dino. I never knew that one. Smocker already using Next Mesh.
Yeah.
Now, I fully appreciate that Watofo bought OFRF up, but off. But, and Stuart, you're 100% correct, mate. No such thing as a perfect device. It's just a device that's perfect for you.
Do you think it's going to be the case that us lot that are talking in chat, we're all hobbyists, and we like shiny. We've all got shiny-itis. Do you think it's the demise of the shiny-itis people? It's just basically Joe Blogs. He goes out, buys a mod, uses it for 6 months until it breaks, gets his juice from local shop, and that's it.
Quite possibly. I think the newer generation of vapors, I think what you'll find is the shiny-itis will be the older vapors. And I can see them rolling out a lot more, or representing older ideas to the market. You know, the Cigalike and all the rest of it, but using sort of Caliburn technology.
You see, because we're from an era of vaping where new things was being developed continuously, and we've got to a point where, I mean, Vic will be able to tell you as well. I remember where you could differentiate between, for argument's sake, two RDAs.
Yeah,
there were crap RDAs, and there were some really crap ones, and there were some really good ones. But now they're all. It's like doing the best of in 2019. You are going to actually hard pushed getting anything that's really bad. You go looking at tanks and things like that. Yeah, slightly bit better flavour, but not much. I mean, we're only talking slights. Whereas back in the day, when we used to do reviews, it's all like, oh, this is really bad.
Well, I remember watching one of Vic's videos, and like he said, it's much harder now as a reviewer because you do have that much higher standard of product. Whereas in the old days, you could say, this is garbage.
Yeah.
You know, this will kill you. Don't. And chuck it over your shoulder, you know. I'm so glad I don't review. You know, my heart goes out to anybody that reviews because the standard is becoming, well, just that, a standard. Yeah? If it's below a certain level, they don't even release it now.
Yeah. It is. We've got to that level now where, all right, yeah, they are a lot cheaper. I mean, I remember the days when you bought an RDA, and if you was going to buy a good RDA, it was going to cost you 70, 80 quid to get a good RDA. Now you can pick them up for 20 quid. A good RDA. All right, yeah, they are made in China, but they're still a good RDA.
But they're not Chinesium anymore, are they?
No.
You know, I mean, Vic's just put up a really good point. Chinese New Year at the end of January. Once they come back from that New Year, expect a lot of the smaller companies to simply vanish.
Yeah.
I did wonder on that one, to be honest.
Because they're not employed like we are. They might not. They after New Year, they might not even come back.
Well, this is it.
It's a weird way how they do their employment.
I mean, Dean's just said Big Shock, Ceres Vape popped up on his Insta today. They're now doing earphones instead of vape gear. Which is a shame because Ceres Vape have produced some really good kit. What was that telescopic mech they did at Expo?
Oh, the one that... yeah, I didn't get. Oh, I got the other two. I got the ones that look like a dildo, but I didn't get that one. Yeah.
Oh, I say. What's one of those, Uncle Mark?
I'll show you. They're just over here. Still got them. They look like dildos.
Well, like Vic's just said, China has literally no worker rights.
Yeah, but China,
really weird
but the Chinese people are. It's weird because they'll all work in these factories, then go home for Christmas. For New Year. They go for their holiday, and they might not come back. It's weird.
Bethala, that's it. Thanks, Vic.
It was nice, that one, but that was the one that was made by. Well, it was designed by a Filipino gentleman.
That's the one. Now, that's actually number 3 in Vic's favourite mechs 2019. So if you've not caught the video, go and check out Vic's best of 2019.
But make a brew first.
Yeah, make a big brew.
Yeah, big brew.
Big brew. Big brew. Boy, that boy can.
That's waffle. It, Eric. Eric from Philippines. I've got to admit, I know you're in chat, kiddo, but I enjoyed it.
You got me a bollocking off the missus.
Why?
Because she was sat there trying to watch one of her films, and I was bored shitless, so I whacked on Vic, and I forgot to put the earphones in.
Oh, what day were it? I forget what day he released it. He released it on Christmas Day, did he? Yeah. Not Boxing Day, day after. I'm losing my days. Told you, losing my days. I watched it about 2 o'clock in the morning. I thought, yep, got that on big telly. Got me drink and that lot. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it.
There we go. Tiberius has just said, since I started with rebuildables, my shiny itis is there, but I also have other devices, mainly for work events. The dump chuck clouds, as I think it will bug out people that I'm with when I'm with the smokers and vapors. I'm the same, mate. I take that to work because I have to go into the car park still. I work at an NHS property, and if I was chucking fog banks out the car, it's not really sort of subtle. Oh, Dean's got his best on the way. Just rendering. Keep an eye out.
Shameless plug there.
I don't care.
I'm looking forward to yours, Dean.
Steve, am I trying to say that Vic talks a lot? I wouldn't dream of saying Vic talks a lot.
No, the thing is, though, I like watching the best of, because obviously Vic will be talking about what he's reviewed. Dean will be talking about what he's reviewed this year. And let's face it, we've all had different bits and pieces.
Yeah, I mean, for me, and I've said this earlier, Dead Goat, that is my favourite RTA of 2019.
RDA.
Sorry, RDA. Yes, I keep on getting my T's and D's mixed up. It's not good. That is my favourite RDA of 2019. I'm getting lovely flavour, silky smooth airflow, and I've gone for a lot of older stuff. I've not particularly bought that many this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the back half of that was the year that is going to be a very depressing segment. That's the problem I found.
It is. I mean, we're doing this show today, and it's like, yeah, how far do you go? 2019. It is a depressing year, and you can really get it. Whoa.
You really can. The 90% of the news stories were either bans here, misinformation from the States. The positive side, you had the Washington rally, which for me was a pleasant change, and it also went to prove that people did care about their vaping.
Even though it took a blooming lot to eventually get them to do that.
It did. But, it's very easy to be critical when we're not involved.
Oh, yeah, totally, yeah.
We've always said UK and USA are two very different beasts. Yeah. Now we've got a potential fight coming up with the UK, and now's the time where we show our mettle. Yeah. See how it goes. Irish, get your tea bag and squish it against the side of the cup a few times. That's not a tea, Vic. Tea's got to brew for at least 4 or 5 minutes, and then you squeeze the bag.
I like what Andy's put. This year I haven't bought as much, and I've bought quality and not cheap ash poo-poo.
I'd agree. I'd agree with that. I've been a lot more selective on what I've bought. Brewing takes too long.
He likes his baby tea. Bless him. He likes baby tea.
Oh, mine's got to melt the spoon, mate. Same with my coffee.
See, I'm a coffee man. I'm not a big tea. In fact, it's been young since I had a drink of tea.
Now, I blame Andy for this, but I have seriously got into drinking chai this year. That has become my drink of choice when it comes to chilling out with my gentleman vape.
Yeah, you're a gentleman's vape.
Which I've really got to get hold of a pipe. I so want a pipe. Wiggy tea, no.
Wiggy tea, yuck.
2019, the year my collection of mechs got serious. 2020 will be the year of putting up shelves. and Dean's put and then falling down again, Timmy.
Well, if it all comes crashing down, I mean, at least I've sort of like got plenty of scrap metal. I'll just wait in.
The thing is, the way it's going, Vic's history cupboard and some of your shelves, mate, they're going to become desirable property.
Yeah. Oh, you're not kidding. Oh, no.
I want a pipe. Plenty in Thailand. Well, I must admit, when I was a student, I used to have an almighty water pipe, and I used to thoroughly enjoy that.
Hey, up, Lethal's chatting up, Dino.
No, say no more. Tart. Wait till we see you on Thursday. Openly flirting with young Dean. How dare you?
Oh, dearie me.
I mean, it is worrying, though, the amount of bills that have been up over Christmas.
Yeah.
That's normally the indicator on how the sales are going, isn't it?
Mm.
And you've not been looking at the older stuff that's been on sale.
No, I've noticed quite a lot of less than 6 months old products.
And I know the turnaround in vaping's getting shorter and shorter.
It is, yeah.
It seems to be now, every 2 months, and it's old.
Mm.
Some
Well, I was
sexy
talking to a gentleman that owns a shop, and he was telling me that the golden days are over now for vaping.
I'd go with that. I don't know. How does chat feel about that?
Mm.
Because I personally would agree with that. I think the boom years are over with, and I would also say go with what Vic said, where we find the smaller companies getting amalgamated, and I can honestly see the time when we've got maybe 4 or 5 big suppliers, and they will be directing what's on the market rather than the customer base.
Because also, let's not forget, you've got the new vapors, and that's been going up nice and steady. Have we actually reached that plateau now that we've hit the point of the hardened smokers that don't want to pack in smoking? Are we reaching that kind of level?
I think we hit that level about 6 months ago. It's all down to perceptions now. The amount of bad press that vaping's been getting has probably done more harm than good in getting those people over the barrier.
Yeah. Because let's face it, we've gone over that pinnacle of everyone's getting into vaping, and then obviously you've got them pure die-hard, I'm going to smoke because I'm going to smoke kind of people. And obviously what with the bad press and everything, they're reinforcing them to stay smoking.
Well, we had that back in September, didn't we? When you're getting emails saying, is it still safe to vape? Vic's just put the whole thing hinges on the PMTA. If this happens, that's it. We're done within a year. If the PMTA is pushed back against, things will look better. It's losing that market in the States that's going to be the crux. There we go. Attorney General Mara Healey is suing 8 vapor companies for selling and shipping flavoured e-liquid in the state of Massachusetts post-ban. Well, like Frank said, she's got a case. However, just give me a sec, because where are we?
And Andy's just turned around and said, as Vic says, the e-cig market will go the way of the UK high street. Only a few shops basically selling the same old rubbish that you'll need to buy again a year down the road.
That's the worrying bit. I mean, I've just been, earlier on I was whinging about 3 mods breaking down. The oldest of those was 2 years, and that had some heavy batter, leaking tanks and all sorts, and still worked. So, it's quite worrying. Vapor DNA is one of those companies. Interesting.
We are in, like I said, we are in interesting times at the moment.
That's the worrying bit, though, isn't it? Right. I was just thinking, I've got Michigan and where does Crystal and Massachusetts mixed up there?
It's like what Frank's just said. These companies knew better to ship there. Sucks. It's the current landscape. Yeah. But at the end of the day, if they knew that they shouldn't be shipping to it, they shouldn't be shipping to it.
What worries me is, how did they find it? That's the thing.
Well, I will assume that they've got border control just like everybody else has.
What, on a state?
Even on a state, yeah. Because you've got companies like DHL and people like that, and is it
I mean, the guys that were pumping the cocaine and the.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Same guys. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I've got Michigan and Massachusetts mixed up. I do apologise because it was the Michigan Supreme Court
Hmm.
that declined to reinstate the ban on flavoured products because that ban was supposed to be in limbo until the decision came through from the court. Now that was reported. This particular one from Michigan Live was reported yesterday. And apparently, recent studies found a staggering increase of children using electronic nicotine products with appealing flavours like menthol, fruit, chocolate, honey, and bubblegum. How do we know that's bullshit? Because honey smells like cat's piss, and the chocolate's pretty rank as well, to be fair.
Yeah. Yeah, especially honey.
Oh,
No.
I'll tell you, if somebody can ever crack that honey barrier, I will be a happy man.
I'll never forget it. I'll never ever forget that. It was Mountain Oak Vapor, and it was their honey tobacco. Oh God, it was like a dirty old man's urinal. Oh, that was nasty stuff. That in fact, I think Dino tried it as well. Oh, that was just nasty. It really, honestly, this room stunk. Honestly, oh, that was vile stuff. In fact, I think that was the worst vapor I have ever tried. That.
So this is the thing that people don't realise about when you reviewing juices and things. If you get a bad one,
Oh, that was bad. Oh,
I mean,
it
let's
really
take
was. It was
Ginger.
nasty.
Oh, sinner, the god of the gutter. Oh, bless you, sir. Thank you for joining us.
Hey up, sinner.
The stir of sexiness, god of the gutter. The master of mayhem. Sinners in the building. Yes,
Sinners
Irish
in the house.
How dare you, Irish? Just because you've got competition, mate. Easy.
That was interesting what Ben's put. The import of vape gear is apparently banned here, but I got my Easy Modern KL19 the day it landed in the Philippines. Thank God for rival custom officers. Well, there you go.
A voluntary donation, I think you'll find that comes under.
Yeah.
No, that's good to see, Chris. The problem is, it's getting to the old prohibition days, and
Yeah.
if you're wanting to do it, it's going to be via the back door.
Yeah, of course it is. And let's face it, they'll find a way.
Oh, they will. But don't be surprised when the boys in blue suddenly appear and grab the gear. Yeah. It's... Irish, that's one of you thinks that.
I've got to, out of curiosity, now obviously that you can only have tobacco e-liquid. Now, we all know that the range of tobacco flavours are quite large. So would that be, so like, it can only be one type of tobacco, or could it be a mixture of tobacco flavours?
I think the mixture breaches the rules. I think it's got to be a straight tobacco.
But let's face it, you can have variations of tobacco. That's what I'm saying.
You can.
I mean, you start talking about tobacco vapes. You look at Les Picking and his array of different types of different cured tobaccos.
Yeah, honey cure, etc. Yeah.
So would that come under their ruling?
That's an interesting point that I've not really thought about.
I got thinking about it the other day because I was talking to our Aiden, and because he went upstairs into Les Pickens' tobacco area where he does the actual big leaves, and they mix all the different leaves and things like that. So it could open that up. For argument's sake, it's got to be a tobacco flavour, but there is a bit of a...
Sorry, Franks. My tobacco flavour identifies as strawberry cheesecake.
I like that. Yep.
Yeah, it's a very interesting point that doesn't appear to have come across in the legislation, because all they've said is tobacco. They've not talked about the different types, etc. I mean, obviously there's your Havanas, your Virginias, your dry, cured,
You
all the
shag.
rest. Shag, yes. Buddha shag. Just label all the tobacco flavour, only juice with tobacco flavour, then in small print minus the tobacco.
Yeah. But it's the point, though, isn't it? I mean, let's face it. I mean, there is a big... You go into an old tobacconist...
Oh, the jars and jars.
Jars and jars, that's what I was thinking. So if there's loads... Yeah, all right, it might be tobacco, but there's loads of flavours.
Oh, you used to get your cherry shag, and I used to quite enjoy making rollies with cherry pipe tobacco. Yeah.
Oh, a nice black twisted shag.
We're back onto them German films again.
I am the plumber.
So, I mean, I think we've done the vape thing. What about the films of 2019 then?
Oh. Favourite films of 2019? Ooh, we've had a plethora. We've had a plethora of good films this year.
Just slightly.
One of my favourites has got to be Endgames.
Yeah.
But that wasn't just the film, that was the company that as well.
Really?
Yeah. It was a highlight of my year, that. It was the first time that we went to pictures.
It
together.
Was.
We went together.
We want to be together. No one drinks Dutch Gold for the flavour, and no one vapes for the flavours. There's a lot more to it, I think, when it comes to flavours. A lot of it's like the films. You know, you don't go and see it because it's a superhero film. You go and see it because it's a good film and it gives you pleasure. See you later, Chris.
Take care, kiddo. I'll see you on Thursday.
Yes.
See you on Thursday.
Oh, good choices, Sinner. Alita Battle Angel and John Wick 3.
Yeah, brilliant. I love both them films.
Battle Angel was about as close to the manga as you could have got. But it was done so well.
Yeah, it was.
Back in the cinema dark place, no one can see what you're doing or who you're doing. Irish, they can now.
Yeah, cameras.
John Wick 3. Didn't enjoy it as much as John Wick, but it was still good. I
was slightly disappointed with John Wick 3.
I think there was too many questions left for me. You know, Irishman, good choice, Frank. Now that's a Netflix movie, but that is well worth watching. There's some excellent stuff in that. Excellent acting. Witcher.
I haven't seen Witcher yet.
Yeah. I had high hopes, and I was a bit disappointed, to be honest.
And don't forget The Good Omens. We talked a lot about that. That was good.
That was probably the best Terry Pratchett
Outsider.
Small screen adaptation. Rocket Man. See,
Oh, I disagree
enjoyed-
with you. I disagree with you there, Sinner. I thought Rocket Man was okay. I thought Bohemian Rhapsody was brilliant. Was Bohemian Rhapsody this year? It was, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a cracking film.
That was an awesome film, that.
I think I'm just trying to think now what I've enjoyed most this year. Jumanji 2's got to be up there.
I haven't seen Jumanji 2.
The new Jumanji is actually it's a good old fashioned family film. You can all sit down and watch it. There's something in it for everybody. Ford versus Ferrari.
Yeah, that was a good
That was
one.
a good film. Toy Story 4, not seen yet.
No.
I think Endgame's got to do it for me
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed Endgames.
because it did what it said on the can.
Yeah.
It tied everything up, and you had that bed that they can build Phase 4 on.
Yeah.
And Captain Marvel, that was that 2019? I'm sure that was.
Yeah.
Because that was a hell of a film as well.
And then we've got Star Wars.
Yeah. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I mean, we could. I still don't want to say too much about it because obviously, people aren't seen it. We will go into an in-depth conversation with Star Wars, but overall, I enjoyed it.
Yeah. There was. I think the politics showed. Which is a shame, but
Yeah.
see how it goes.
Yeah, I think.
I love movies, and in a movie buff, love watching movies almost as much as vaping. Outsider, you ain't kidding, son. We're the same. Ben,
Behave. We already know what you think, Ben. Some people haven't seen it.
Happy Christmas and a most joyous New Year to you as well, Mark.
Hey up, Mark. Hope you're all right,
Yeah,
matey.
mate. Yeah, obviously we've got the Doctor Who New Year special coming up.
Yeah.
Oh, Frank, light the touch paper and stand well back.
I mean, let's face it, irrespective, the 3 Star Wars movies, yes, absolutely brilliant. But it's also, you've got to remember, you've got a bit of nostalgia in there as well. You have. You can't get away from it. If you're our kind of age, you have got that nostalgia part because it's part of your childhood.
Yeah, I'd go with that.
And they will always be the definitive Star Wars. Always will be.
Plus, I mean, to me, they were the untouched.
Yeah.
You got Lucas in charge. He had a very clear vision about what he wanted. You had Spielberg involved.
And let's be right. If you're going to talk about Star Wars in that way, none of us watch Star Wars in the original format. Because they've re-edited it, redone things to it, and redone it. So even now, none of us can actually watch the original Star Wars. Because it's not available.
Justin's just thrown in a good one. And I'm glad you spoke up, mate. Joker.
Not seen it.
Not seen it yet?
I have not seen it yet. No.
Oh, you're in for a treat, dude. Don't be expecting sort of Mark Hamill Joker, but as a film, oh boy. Absolutely brilliant. The original 3 Star Wars started halfway through the story, which is why they were so memorable. Yeah, I'd agree with that because there was so many questions that you wanted answering. And I think that's where Rise of the Skywalkers hit a very difficult bit because a lot of the questions have been answered. A lot of what people are saying is canon is no longer officially recognised as canon. And I think that's where the Mandalorian's winning out because yes, it's based on Star Wars, but how much do you actually know about the Mandalorians? Yeah, there's a
See,
fair whack of...
you've also got to remember as well. You had the films. Now, if that's all you watch is the films, then fair enough. But you had the first 3 Star Wars, and then you had the fan books, you had the comics, you had other bits and pieces that added to it. And obviously, if you're the type of person that follows all of it, then it kind of loses it. But if you just follow the timeline of the actual just the films on their own and standalone on their films, then things look slightly different. Does that make sense?
No, it does. I mean, chat's obviously talking about Joker, and Sinner's just raised a good point. It rips apart a lot of the reasons as to how Joker became the Joker, which is the DC canon, again, about the fight between Batman and the Acme Chemical. Putting that to one side, with the Joker, I would say the best description of it is somebody's fall into mental health. And in terms of that, boy, what a film. What a film.
And good for you, Reno.
Good lad. Outsider, my daughter went to cinema to see it and said it was awesome. Cool. Cow stopped mooing, so I knew my state was done. Strange you should say that, Irish. I've got some for tea myself.
Well, it's been a good year for films.
It's been a brilliant year for the cinema.
I've even enjoyed my new Spider-Mans.
Yeah, now, Homecoming.
Yeah, Homecoming was brilliant.
Absolutely brilliant. And it was so nice to see the design from the comics making it through into the films.
Yeah.
You know, Mysterio's bubble dome. Absolutely
I thought it was brilliant. I wasn't... When I saw Spider-Man in the actual Marvel... which one was he in first? Captain America in first, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, God, no, they've just geeked him.
Technically Civil War, but...
Yeah. They've geeked him out. But no, I thoroughly enjoyed them. Both of them. I tell you another good film that I've watched just recently, Addams Family.
Oh, yes. That was made by a fan, wasn't it?
Hi, Tom. Oh,
Tom.
God, you're not kidding. That was absolutely a brilliant film. Not long, though. I think it's only about 90 minutes long.
Yeah, but it does enough.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched that with the youngest, and she loved it. You know, Uncle Fester just had her in fits of laughter.
But you could tell whoever's actually... I mean, I don't know who the actual director was on that one, but you can tell that they were a fan.
Yeah.
You could so tell because they was harping back to the original Addams Family continuously throughout the film.
Oh, there was little nods everywhere, and it was fabulous.
Yeah.
I'd love to see him do a Monsters. Because I really loved the Monsters. And I think it was PC enough to get away with now.
Yeah.
But...
talking about PC, did anyone see Wurzel Gummidge?
Don't.
Oh, no. I thought I'll watch the first one. I watched the first one, but I didn't watch the second one. It was so like, no.
To be honest, I saw an interview with the director on BBC One, and it just put me off. Just really put me off. It was so... As soon as he mentioned global warming, that has no place in Wurzel Gummidge.
No.
You know, you can't PC everything. When will the BBC learn this?
Do you know what? As daft as it sounds, it reminded me of Doctor Who. How they've changed Doctor Who. I thought, blooming hell, it's the same people blooming wrote it.
Well, I mean, you've got to wonder. You really,
You,
why bring Wurzel Gummidge is one of the classic kids' stories.
hmm,
Yeah, I mean BFG, Roald Dahl.
hmm,
You wouldn't bring political correctness into James and the Giant Peach.
no.
You know, you wouldn't bring it into Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Hmm. Yeah, but they
So
did.
why do it to
Ah,
Wurzel
but
Gummidge?
the remake of the Willy Wonka, they did. I thought. I think they spoilt the remake.
I enjoyed it.
I didn't. I did not enjoy it because they
Really?
tried to make it. They turned it into an agenda because it was so like, oh, the reason why he was Willy Wonka. It was so like, no, we're not interested in that. Just totally
Mm.
ruined it. It's so like, oh, because of your teeth. No, Willy Wonka's not about that. It's a child thing. It's same like with Wurzel Gummidge. It's that era of Famous Five and all that type of stuff. It's in that set in that very British summer. What you got up to as a kid in the 6 week holidays.
Mm.
The adventures that you used to have. So it was town folk going into the countryside and they met Wurzel Gummidge, you know what I mean? And then Aunt Sally. Aunt Sally were nasty. Aunt Sally wasn't nasty. So like,
Well,
no.
I mean, Sinners just put plus in the original aunt. Sally wasn't his aunt, and he had a crush on her, although
Yeah.
she was still a bit of a bitch. She was, but I think when Pertwee did Wurzel Gummidge, they looked at the books, yeah,
Mm.
and they wanted it to be faithful.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
not. This is just not. It's just. I mean, all right. I totally get that you have to bring it into the modern era. There's nothing wrong with that. But this so like.
Why? Why do you have to? Because all that seems to mean these days is making it politically correct,
Mm,
right? Things happened. That's what I loved about Life on Mars. Yeah, they didn't make it politically correct.
yeah.
They showed what it was like in the 70s.
Mm,
Yeah, and women were referred to as birds. They got a slap on the bum. Staring at somebody's boobs, you'd have probably got away with it because it was just being lads being lads. And all that was brought into it.
mm.
There
Yeah,
wasn't
I've got to
anything.
admit, Sinner, very Pirates of the Caribbean looking. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw their idea of Wurzel Gummidge. I don't reckon much to it.
Mm. It looks like something out of Pirates of the Caribbean.
Mm.
And Reno's waiting for the new Beetlejuice. I'm dreading what they're going to do with new Beetlejuice.
I've not actually seen any official trailers.
No, I don't.
I've only seen the fan stuff,
Mm.
which is basically rehashed bits of the original film.
Yeah,
It's,
I liked
it's
it when PC meant police constable. Yeah.
What's this woke business?
What's this?
Woke business.
I don't know what's woke.
Well, it seems to be like this new PC catchphrase.
All right.
Andy, you ain't kidding, son. Fire up the Quattro.
Fire up that Quattro.
There's a cracking sound clip from Ashes to Ashes
Mm.
where he says, "Fire up the photocopier," and I used to have that at work as my email notification. The rollicking I got after they'd stopped laughing was awesome.
Well, I'm ever so sorry, but what does woke mean then, Timmy? Because I don't know what woke means. What's woke mean? I might have to
let us
Google.
let
What is
us Google
Google
fool.
fool? Come on, Google fool. What woke is?
Woke is alert to injustice in society, especially racism.
Okay.
Injustice in society is called life.
Mm.
Deal with it. When does this stop?
Yeah, it's...
The easiest way to get rid of this is show everybody the respect they deserve no matter who they are.
Yeah.
Yeah? And being offended means tap all.
Mm.
I can be offended by something, doesn't change a thing.
No, of course it
Doesn't
don't.
change the atoms in the universe. All it does is make me miserable and makes everybody else miserable.
But
Maybe it's time we just started giving hugs out.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, look, the original Wurzel Gummidge and the new Wurzel Gummidge. It's a child thing. Why can't it stay as a child thing?
Enjoy it as a child. Celebrate being a kid. That's the problem.
Yeah, it's and that's what these films, well, TV series as well, is all about. Being a child. What's wrong with being a child?
Danger Mouse. Right? In Danger Mouse, was there ever a political agenda? No. It was a talking mouse, a hamster going, oh crikey, up against a toad.
No. There was a talking mouse and Vic.
You can't say that.
I'll be getting Vic was offended.
It's the joy in the world is being sucked out by all these political arseholes.
Because, like I said, I mean, the
it.
Wurzel Gummidge bit, it was basically the 6-week holidays. Gorgeous long summers when we were kids, and you went out into woods or fields and went on an adventure.
Yeah. I'm with you, Sinner. I have done a lot of messed up stuff, but I don't get offended.
No.
You know, I get angry about things, which is a normal reaction. Group raid has no.
Hashtag
we
pinfold.
don't do raids. Leave Mr. Mullen alone. Batfink, scientifically modified bat with wings of steel and his stereotypical racist sidekick karate chop, but was amazing kid TV show. Exactly. You know, I am the first person who will back down if I think I have caused any emotional harm whatsoever to anybody. Yeah? Because all I want to do is have a giggle, hopefully give other people a giggle. Yeah?
Too.
And if I think I've caused harm to somebody, I will hold my hand up and apologise for being an arsehole.
Yeah. That's how life is. It's respect.
Yeah.
We respect one another. I mean, let's face it, life's hard enough without all this.
Exactly. If all we've got to worry about is being PC, then we're doing something wrong.
Graham.
Hey, Graham.
Oh, you're not kidding.
So
I
anyway.
mean, can you imagine if they redid Roadrunner?
Oh, God.
Imagine the politically correct Roadrunner. No, it would never happen.
See, I always thought Wile E. Coyote got a hard deal because everybody took the mick out of him for failing. Nobody bigged him up for his artistic merit. Nobody else could do a tunnel mouth like Wile E. Coyote.
Oh, what's Tom putting? Mark, what happens on Facebook with vaping age? In the vape groups, see everyone from 18 to 21. Or is this only in the UK? To be honest with you, I don't know, Tom. I've noticed quite a few groups of changing it from 18 to 21. I think that's more to do with the appealing to the American side of Facebook, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's... what's the damn legislation called?
21?
Protection of Children Online. That one that's coming in. The California.
That's already in.
Yeah, well, I think it's to ensure compliance with that.
Yeah.
But Facebook have got a hard-on for
anything
beating
to do
down
with...
vaping groups anyway, so... Batman, the worst TV series of all for the PC. You ain't kidding, but it was brilliant.
Yeah. I mean, there was a Facebook post probably middle of this year, and it did ring true. Considering we grew up with Family Guy and The Simpsons, can't believe how many people get offended.
Too right. American Dad. I mean, Gordon Bennett. The incestuous themes running through Family Guy and American Dad. Yeah, unbelievable.
Yeah. I mean,
South Park.
South Park. Jeez.
The ultimate. But you know why things like that become cult? Because we're all sick of PC.
Oh, yeah, it's
Oh, the new
terrible.
Batwoman series. Yeah, you ain't kidding. The new Batwoman, turning Batwoman into a lesbian, yeah,
Why?
who's up against her sister. And he's like, what's sexuality got to do with it? It was a crime fighting. Beavis and Butthead, they were brilliant. Especially what they did in Sheds.
In the lobby?
I am Conholio. I need TP for my bunghole. Oh,
In the
man.
lobby. Are you the boy that's been whacking off in my tool shed?
Oh. I mean, Beavis and Butthead Do America. That was one of my favourite films.
Nice. I loved them in Southport, the movie. Hidden. Oh, hidden.
Terrence and Phillip. Oh, God.
It was brilliant. God, and we grew up with this lot.
Oh, Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah.
That was brilliant. Close to the knuckle. Rocco's Modern Life. Another one that was close to the knuckle, yeah. But this was Nickelodeon stuff.
Yeah. And it's like, these people that grow up with this are now offended by everything. Oh, no, we've got to think of the children. Oh, yeah, exactly, the young ones.
Oh, look, Mousy. We've lost the ability to laugh at ourselves.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
And it's become, you're too scared now to offend. No, I'm going to laugh at me. If somebody wants to be offended by it, tough, because I'm laughing at me. Yeah.
Mick, you're on Vaping Fagan's panel like Christmas Eve. Awesome.
Oh, Mick, I missed that.
Yeah, I did. He's not a person I actually watch, is Vaping Fagan.
I do love Fagan. Why won't this bum? El Presidente! Stressed Eric was good. Yeah, me too, Irish. I look in the mirror and laugh.
Wait,
I'm the bald one in the blue shirt.
Was
Nick, I will check that out, mate, because I do like a bit of Fagan.
Reno, wait, was this the legal age to actually smoke vape in the UK? 16 to 18. It's 18, isn't it now?
Yeah, flat 18. It used to be that if you were 16 and you hadn't purchased them, you could still smoke, but that loophole was ironed out. The new 007 has gone toxic white man. I'm getting a bit twitchy about. We watched the trailer for the new 007 before we saw Star Wars. Something doesn't feel right.
In what way?
Well, for me, you've got Daniel Craig, yeah? They bring him back in. You've now got a black female 00 that's obviously in some form of competition with 007. And it just seems to be getting a bit woke again, to use the...
See, I stopped watching James Bond years back. I just got bored with it.
I really enjoyed the Daniel Craig ones. The last one was, for me, was awesome. Spectre. I really liked the idea that James Bond just went, sod this, I've had enough, and walked off at the end of the film. And for me, they could have brought back 007, but it's somebody else quite easily, because it's become very apparent that it's more about a code name rather than an actual person, which I've always wondered about James Bond.
See, I liked the Cold War era. And I wish that they'd kept it in that era, that Cold War era.
Now, if you want what's the name of the film? I think it's Atomic Blonde. Let me just check.
So the Daniel Craig James Bond movies come from the original short stories, though. He wasn't a ladies' man, but had a gambling addiction and addicted to painkillers.
Yeah, which they touched on. I thought it was awesome. If you want a Cold War spy film, Atomic Blonde. What a film. Absolutely brilliant. The idea of East Germany being more like the Wild West.
Yeah. See, I enjoyed The Kingsman.
Yeah.
And by all accounts, they're doing The Kingsman how it was created.
Yeah, the prequel.
The prequel. I'm looking forward to that, because that starts in just after the First World War, isn't it?
Yeah, the thing I love about the Kingsman movies is they pull more from the comic. Because it did start off as a comic, Kingsman.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of stuff that they haven't touched on. But absolutely brilliant. I mean, autographs are still cheap at this point. The second one was a bit pants. The second one got a bit more tongue-in-cheek.
Yeah.
But Merlin's death scene will always be something that moves me. A little tear in the eye when that happened.
But I thought they encapsulated that era. I know it wasn't in the same era, but that James Bondy type thing is cut in to that Cold War era for me. That's what it was about. It was the spying. It was the actual...
To be honest, I mean, the Bond films have always really been very bang up to date with the current sort of culture, if you will. Because back in the 60s, it was the Russians.
Yeah.
And right through to the 70s. Then in the 80s, you started getting View to a Kill.
Yeah.
The bad guy was a big businessman.
Yeah.
So... to be fair to them, they have kept with the popular pop culture.
Oh yeah, they have. Yeah, I don't disagree. But I like that Cold War era type.
Yeah,
there's just something about it.
Yeah, Tiberius, I'm with you, mate. I got emotional when Merlin died. Daniel Craig in Layer Cake is a classic.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
That is a film and a half. I always wanted him to make a Layer Cake too. Because I seriously don't think he died at the end.
Oh, did he?
Eggsy being the hero, a bit like Xander Cage. I think that's what, The bit I liked about Eggsy was he was somebody you could relate to.
Yeah.
Which are, big plus. Man in the High Castle was good for that, apparently. Now, did you say you watched a couple of series?
I watched a bit of it. I never really got into the High Castle. But I did like the backdrop to it. It's like the Germans had won the war.
Mick, I will 100% go with you on that. James McAvoy was absolutely brilliant in Atomic Blonde. There's a man that can play a psycho.
I watched Red 2 the other day as well.
Oh, I love that.
I love Red. I think Red is awesome because, again, that harps back to the Cold War. It's all that Cold War thing as well. I must have a thing for Cold War.
Right, well, it's 4:10, kid.
Blooming heck, that went quick.
That really went quick. So what you got coming up next week?
What have I got coming up next week? Yeah. What have I got coming up next week? I haven't got a clue what's coming up next week. I've got to tell you, I've got a plethora. I've got loads to start reviewing. I've kind of had a nice long break. So tomorrow I'll be doing some up and closes, camera work, that type of stuff. And then the week after, things are up in the air at the moment. But there will be definitely the Ohm service on Thursday.
Which I am so looking for. I missed last week.
Yeah, I did actually. It felt weird. Even though it was Boxing Day, it did feel weird not being... Yeah.
Oh, bless you, Jimmy. That's probably one of the nicest comments anybody's ever said.
What's that
We'll
one?
get my viewing ideas off this show.
Well, bless you.
Atomic Blonde, if you like 80s music and enjoy James McAvoy, and to be fair, Charlie Theron's in it as well, which is always a bonus. Absolutely awesome film.
Do you know a film that I enjoyed? And I'm trying to think, I can't, brain won't work. And it were all based around that type of thing. Oh, what were it? I forgot her name now. What's her name? Brain will work in a minute. Maleficent.
Angelina Jolie.
Yeah, she was in it.
Wanted.
Yeah, Wanted. I'm surprised they never expanded that.
That was pretty much the whole thing.
But they could have expanded that.
Oh yeah, based on a comic again. Absolutely great. Right. Thank you all for your lovely comments this afternoon. It's been
awesome.
Superb. Oh, I didn't know that. Apparently there's a DVD version of Layer Cake with 3 endings.
Ah. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. I got waylaid there. Thank you all for joining in this afternoon. What a chat. I love the chat family in here because they're always brilliant. Thank you so much for Vic and Dean bobbing in.
Yeah, that was lovely seeing them.
That was fantastic.
It's always nice to have friends and family in chat.
Preacher, The Boys, American Gods. Season 2 is confirmed for The Boys, so
Yeah, I
I am
can't see The
so
Boys.
looking forward to that. Preacher was brilliant.
Oh,
Absolutely
don't forget Mr.
superb.
Robot.
Oh, Mr. Robot as well. Irish, yes, I have. That's all I'm saying on that. Been an absolute brilliant show this afternoon. We hope you all have a wonderful new year.
Yeah. Happy New Year!
Fingers crossed that 2020 treats us all well. Obviously, from the sounds of it, we've got some interesting times ahead.
Oh, we have.
But keep with us, because we'll keep you informed on not only the home service, but also here on Tales.
Yes, we will be keeping you well informed. I'm looking forward to next year.
Too right. And as far as the films and TV goes, yes, we've got some interesting times ahead. And I think a Doctor Who discussion may be up at some point over the
I think
New Year's
discussion of Doctor Who will be on next week's show, yes.
Got to catch you on. I've really got to catch you on Fagin.
Yeah,
mate.
definitely. Then we know what you look like.
Big love to everybody, and thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. Mark?
Thank you. It was always a pleasure having you all. Just want to wish everybody a happy new year. Enjoy yourselves. Drink as much as you like. Enjoy it. Absolutely enjoy it. We will all see you next Thursday on the Ohm service, 7 p.m. on this channel. And then obviously we've got the Tales again on next Sunday as well. So from me and Steve, Happy New Year. Bye.
Happy New Year. Bye.
Thank you.